The series starts with an engagement party where the bride and groom's family has united to celebrate their engagement. They keep trying to contact their daughter and son respectively to come and celebrate their engagement, but both of them don't pick up their calls. We then see the bride, Olivia Smith. She's a famous celebrity and is busy with her shoot, so she can't attend her engagement party. On the other hand, her fiancé, Dr. Adam Winchester, is occupied with a surgery and decides not to pick up his family's calls as well. Disappointed, their families decide to go ahead with the engagement dinner in their absence. We come to know that their engagement has been decided since childhood, and now they're only finalizing it. Olivia's shoot is interrupted by another agency who has also booked the same venue, and she exchanges distant greetings with their actor Elijah McAdams. When the shoot ends and Olivia gets in her car to leave, Elijah suddenly enters her car in a bid to avoid his fans and requests her to keep a low profile. Olivia understands his situation and hurriedly drives away. On their way, Elijah finds Olivia's car speed to be too fast, but she comforts him and tells him that she's driven a sports car before during her shooting for a movie 2 years ago. However, it's a pity that she only got to pretend that she performed all the stunts by herself, when actually the stunts were shot by a stunt double. Elijah gets afraid that they may get into an accident, and she tells him not to worry, but at the same time she loses control of her vehicle, and the pair get into an accident. Olivia is brought to the hospital in an emergency, where her fiancé Dr. Adam checks on her and performs an immediate surgery because there is a blood clot in her brain. When she wakes up at night under the influence of anesthesia, Olivia tells her manager Mia that she has fallen in love with the doctor's eyes who operated on her. After that, she goes back to sleep. Her manager thinks that as a celebrity, it's not safe for her to stay in a shared room, so she goes to Dr. Adam and requests him to move her to a private room. However, Dr. Adam declines her request and says that all the private rooms are occupied. Mia gets disappointed, but Dr. Adam's friend Dr. Liam immediately tells her that he can make arrangements. After some time, they move Olivia's bed to a private room, and Dr. Liam goes back to his friend and finds him watching entertainment news regarding Olivia. He teases Dr. Adam for having a crush on the pretty actress, but Dr. Adam tells him that she's his fiancée. At night, Dr. Adam goes to check on her in her room, and Olivia kisses him from above the mask in her sleepy state. Next day, when she wakes up, Olivia sees a mask in her hand with her lipstick mark and tells her manager that a doctor kissed her last night. Mia mistakes that doctor to be Dr. Liam because he was very curious about Olivia last night. She angrily drags Dr. Liam to the director's room and complains for him to be dismissed. The hospital director assures Mia that he'll look into the matter. However, he too starts beating Dr. Liam once she leaves because he thinks he is a womanizer and might have committed the crime. On the other side, Dr. Adam once again visits Olivia's room for the routine checkup, where Olivia expects him to act like a man mad in her love because she thinks he had kissed her last, instead of her going for it. She also keeps trying to make him remove his mask so she can get a glimpse of his face, but gets disappointed at his cold demeanor, and asks him if it was him that came to her room last night, to which he says that her mind was hazy last night, so he doesn't blame her for that. Olivia Smith tells about his visit to Mia on her return, who then realizes that she accused the wrong person and goes to apologize to Dr. Liam. However, Dr. Liam gets angry and asks her to clear his position in front of the hospital director, but Mia runs away after attacking him with pepper spray. Back at Olivia's room, she receives a call from her mother, who reveals that her fiancé, Adam Winchester, also works at the same hospital that she's admitted into. She then realizes that the doctor she's been crushing on is actually her fiancé, and that's why he's hiding his face behind a mask. She gets determined to see his face and follows Dr. Adam to his office. To her utter embarrassment, Olivia walks in to see him changing his shirt and gets mesmerized by the view. At that time, they both hear someone's approaching steps, and he pulls her behind the changing screen to avoid the nurse's suspicious gaze and later sends her out once the medical assistant leaves. Elijah had some minor injuries on the night of the accident and soon recovered. He gets told by his manager that someone clicked his photos with Olivia Smith on the night of the accident, and they can use the rumor to his benefit by not clearing it. This way, Olivia's fans will start supporting him as well, but Elijah refuses to do so. He's then blackmailed by his manager to work in the company's best interest because the agency paid off his debts. Adam Winchester is visited by his elder brother at home. His brother faces some health issues and tells him he has allowed him to do whatever he wanted in his life, but the task of carrying the family lineage is on his shoulders. He tells Adam to get familiar with Olivia while she's at his hospital because their engagement was predetermined by their late mother. Olivia Smith, however, plans to take revenge on her snobbish fiancé who didn't appear at the engagement party. She's unable to bear that he dared to make her wait when she's a celebrity. She fails to realize that she also didn't attend her engagement party. She tells Mia that their mothers were best friends and had decided this engagement in their childhood. Then she devises a plan to make him fall for her and then leave abruptly. But Mia rejects the idea and tells her to break the engagement right away. Olivia doesn't like that idea and asks Mia to be given 3 days' time to handle him. Next, Olivia makes several efforts to impress Dr. Adam, but he doesn't fall for her tricks. This makes her frustrated, and she asks for Mia's help to inquire about his type of girl from his friend Dr. Liam. Mia takes Dr. Liam out on a dinner and apologizes to him for the misunderstanding, which makes him happy. She then starts inquiring about Dr. Adam, but Liam pretends to be a gentleman and says he won't betray his friend. He'll only open his mouth when he's too drunk. They end up getting too drunk and go to a hotel room. Next day, they wake up in the same bed in a compromisable situation and try to figure out what may have happened last night. But before Dr. Liam can talk about it with her, Mia receives a call from her boss. She scolds her for not handling the rumors regarding Olivia and Elijah properly. She immediately gets dressed and tells Dr. Liam to pretend that nothing happened between them before leaving the hotel in a hurry. Elijah's friend Violet seems to have a crush on him and asks him if the rumors regarding him and Olivia are true. He tells her that the rumors are fake, but doesn't seem to be interested in her as well. Olivia is also confronted by Mia, who's angry at her for not telling her that she was with Elijah when the accident happened, to which she tells her that she was only helping him get away from some crazy fans. She then asks Mia about the information that she got from Dr. Liam, but she doesn't have anything to say as they had gotten too drunk. So she lies that Olivia should make Adam jealous. Elijah's agency makes him bring flowers to Olivia and tells him that their assistant will capture his photo with her. While Elijah is reluctant about the idea and is being convinced by his agency's representative, Dr. Adam happens to listen to their conversation and quickly pulls Olivia away in a storeroom. There, Olivia catches a giant spider and starts teasing Dr. Adam about it when she realizes that he's scared of it. They get entangled in the small space of the storeroom and get discovered by a nurse who finds their condition to be quite scandalous, thus making them get out of there. Back in her room, she finds Elijah waiting for her and tells him that she's fine now, and he shouldn't have visited her as there are already rumors about them. Their conversation is interrupted with Adam Winchester's arrival, who tells her that she's fine now and can get discharged. Even Olivia's act of still being sick fails to move him, and he coldly repeats that she's fine now. Suddenly, Olivia recalls Mia's suggestion to make him jealous, and she asks Elijah to feed her, citing her painful hand. The scene truly makes Dr. Adam jealous, and he leaves them alone. At night, a suspicious-looking girl sneaks into the hospital and throws dirty water on Olivia. She threatens her to stay away from Elijah because she's his fan. Dr. Adam gets the girl arrested and tells Olivia to leave the hospital because she's causing disturbance in the hospital. Olivia refuses to leave, to which Dr. Adam threatens her with breaking their engagement. This hurts her a lot, and she goes back to pack her belongings. On her way out, she encounters Dr. Adam again, and this time she confronts him regarding his behavior. She questions his sincerity for asking her to leave right after she was attacked, and for not acknowledging her even when he knew that she was his fiancée. She also points out how he didn't attend the engagement party, and Dr. Adam says that he just didn't get the chance to talk to her. Moreover, she too hadn't attended the party. Olivia reveals that she was on her way to the dinner venue when she encountered that accident. She then leaves angrily and refuses to stop even when her heels get broken. She continues to walk barefoot and cries after reaching her apartment. She's soon followed by Dr. Adam, who ignores her question about breaking the engagement and carefully treats her injured feet, making her a bit happy. She then offers him to stay the night since it's cold outside, but he leaves when she goes to fetch him a coffee. Seeing this, she decides to beg Mia for her help once again, but this time her request gets brutally declined, and Mia throws her out of the house. Mia then proceeds to scold her neighbor downstairs from the balcony for playing loud music. She's unaware that the neighbor is actually Dr. Liam, just like he's unaware that she lives a floor above his. At night, Dr. Liam wakes up with water leaking from his ceiling and goes to complain about it to his neighbor upstairs, only to find it to be Mia. He helps fix her kitchen sink, and Mia asks her about Dr. Adam once again. He tells her that it took him 6 months to be on talking terms with the man. This tells her that he's an introvert and doesn't open up easily. They end up becoming good friends after Dr. Liam pulls a prank on her and they get into a water fight. Olivia then uses the information provided by Mia and sends Dr. Adam a box of face packs, asking him to use it for his dry skin. He too accepts it with thanks, starting a conversation between them. They start having casual chats, and Dr. Adam seems quite interested in them as he restlessly waits for her texts whenever she gets a bit delayed. Not to mention, we also find him smiling from time to time. Elijah's friend Violet is working with Olivia on a project and keeps coughing during a slapping scene, making them re-record the scene many times. By the end of the day, Olivia catches a cold. Her manager tells her that she's being trolled online for bullying her junior because someone posted her video of repeating the slap scene several times. However, Olivia doesn't pay heed to the rumors and immediately heads home to sleep. Dr. Adam also calls to check on her when he learns about the viral video and finds out that she's sick. Olivia faints during the call, which makes him worried. He immediately goes to her home with a locksmith and gets him to open the door for him. Adam finds her act of not leaving the mobile phone adorable as she mumbles about being on a call with him. While looking around, he finds a locket in her room that his mother had made for both of them when she was still alive. She wakes up while Adam carefully tends to her and asks him sleepily if he's going to steal a kiss from her again. Adam exasperatedly tells her not to think about such things and leaves to get her some food after feeding her some medicine. On Elijah's side, Violet approaches him at the gym and casually mentions his upcoming project in a reality show which he is completely unaware of. He instead asks her about the deal between her and Olivia, as he suspects that Violet might be behind it, and tells her that he considers them both as good friends. This makes her sad because she likes him as more than just a friend. Back at Olivia's apartment, she thinks that Adam left after feeding her medicine and looks for something to eat at home, but he comes back with her dinner and also cleans her home. This creates a soft corner in her heart, and she eventually goes to sleep while watching him from the sofa. Adam covers her with a blanket before leaving, but Olivia holds his hand, requesting him to stay. And surprisingly, he listens to her this time. As for Olivia's viral video, Mia gets another earful from her boss, who tells her to take care of all the mess as soon as possible. Unbeknownst to her, Dr. Liam waits for her from the balcony of his apartment, as he seems to have developed feelings for her. Next day, Olivia wakes up to see Dr. Adam still there, sleeping on the floor while holding her hand, and finds his care to be endearing. Before leaving, he asks her if she'd like to accompany him to the ancestral worship. Olivia wishes to agree immediately but acts hard to get, and says she doesn't have a valid identity to attend his ancestral worship. Dr. Adam tells her that she can accompany him since she's his fiancée, so she agrees to think about it and tell him later. Dr. Liam also wakes up on his balcony and sees Mia finally return home, so he rushes to have a word with her. However, she doesn't pay much heed to him and goes to her apartment. Once inside, she calls Olivia to check on her, who tells her that Adam took care of her for the whole night. Mia then reminds her of the challenge she had taken and asks her to break the engagement since she's made him fall for her. But Olivia says that the goal is far from achieved as he's yet to fall too deep in love. It appears that she's liking the progress and doesn't want to break the engagement. At Elijah McAdams' agency, his manager forces him to join the reality show that Violet had told him about, but he refuses to comply. He knows that Olivia will take part in that show, and their appearance together will spark the rumors once again and create problems for her. However, his manager announces that no matter what, he'll have to participate in that show. Dr. Adam has slowly started to think about Olivia and eagerly waits for her response regarding the ancestral worship. Liam tells him that rumors regarding Olivia hitting her junior have been cleared off by the director of the drama, who explained that it was just a scene being filmed. Violet also gets a scolding from her manager because she's now the target of netizens' hate for letting the rumors escalate and not clearing them up sooner. Adam and Liam go to play a round of tennis, where Liam finds him distracted and asks him about the matter. Adam tells him that he's worried about Olivia's response, to which he immediately offers to get some inside information from Mia. However, Mia doesn't entertain him, and instead calls Olivia to make sure that she reaches the set on time. Next day, Violet faces criticism from people at the set for letting the rumors circulate regarding Olivia's bullying, but Olivia herself comes out to support her, shutting them up. Violet then visits her in her vanity van and apologizes for the misunderstanding, making them good to go. Saturday arrives and Adam and Olivia keep waiting for each other's text instead of approaching the other first. Adam gets a call from his brother to confirm if he'll go to the ancestral worship, and he agrees. Next day, he gets ready and leaves without her. On the other hand, Olivia wakes up from a nightmare at 12 o'clock and immediately texts Adam that she'll go with him, but her phone switches off before the text could be delivered. She gets ready in a hurry and goes to Adam's home, but he's left by then. This makes her upset, and she blames him for not waiting for her. She then spends her whole day shopping, eating, and ranting about men not being reliable to Mia. But when she comes back, she finds Adam waiting for her outside her home because he had received her text. This makes her forget all her grievances, and she instantly drops things at home before leaving with him. The journey to Adam's hometown takes all night, and Olivia falls asleep on the way. Next day, they buy some sweets for Adam's grandma from a store in his hometown, and he buys her a box of rose sugar as she seems to like it. They also experience a romantic encounter as Adam saves her from colliding with a bicycle. Once home, they first meet his brother, who then urges them to go meet their grandma, who's accompanied by Adam's younger sister, Lily. Lily likes the rose sugar in Adam's hand, but he tells her that this is for Olivia. They are then sent to their own rooms, and Olivia takes out a rose sweet to taste it. She likes it a lot, and even offers a piece to Adam, who comes to her room to ask for something. Their interaction is watched by Lily from the glass wall, and she appears to dislike Olivia for having the rose sugar in a childish way. Adam then leaves for some work after telling Olivia to stay out of trouble in his absence. His remarks make her sulk at being regarded as troublesome, but he leaves after asking her to take care. Back at the city, Violet requests her manager to allow her to participate in the reality show with Olivia, but gets rejected due to the hate she's receiving for not speaking up in the bullying matter. Dr. Liam, on the other hand, keeps pestering Mia every now and then, citing childish reasons like borrowing an egg and then bringing her groceries for a hot pot to return her favor. Adam's grandma advises Lily to treat her future sister-in-law sweetly, but the little girl complains that her brother only has eyes for his fiancée and doesn't treat her well. While they're still talking, their family butler comes in to inform them that their maid won't be able to cook because she injured her hand, and Grandma tells him to order the food from a restaurant. But Lily insists that they haven't eaten a meal cooked by Adam for a long time and convinces her grandma to let him cook. The old lady doesn't know that Adam isn't home and agrees with Lily, who then goes to Olivia and requests her lovingly to help her in the kitchen because their maid can't cook. Olivia doesn't know how to cook but still agrees to help Lily. However, Lily leaves her in the kitchen and runs away. Cornered, she calls Mia and prepares a few dishes with her help, but when the Winchester family arrives for the meal, they get startled to see the meat dishes because Grandma won't eat meat before the ancestral worship is completed. Olivia feels guilty and apologizes because she's unaware of the rituals, but they all don't blame her except, of course, Lily, who has planned this all. She keeps blaming her for causing so much trouble and for using the meat that was prepared to use as offerings to their ancestors. However, Adam supports Olivia and says that he'll make all the arrangements again. He also tells her not to feel sorry about this. Dr. Liam and Mia sit down to have the hot pot that he's prepared for her, and Mia loves its taste. She also brings beers to go with it, and they enjoy a hearty meal. At night, Olivia goes to the kitchen to peek at Adam, who's making preparations for the meal offerings the next day, and they eventually end up having a playful banter. Olivia plays with their cat and helps him remove a food stain from his cheek. This whole interaction is thoroughly enjoyed by their grandma, who's happy to see them get along well, while Lily gets even more jealous. Next day, Adam comes to bring Olivia to the temple as they're getting late, but as they step out of the garden, Lily throws coffee on her dress and pretends it to be an accident. Adam tells his family to go ahead and says that he'll follow them after getting Olivia changed. After they're gone, Lily gets a warning from her elder brother, who happens to have watched her create the accident intentionally. At the temple, everyone waits for the couple to arrive, and some people start bad-mouthing Olivia for not valuing the auspicious time. When they finally come to the temple, the couple apologizes for making them wait, and everyone likes the well-dressed Olivia. Actually, she didn't bring many dresses along and was unable to decide what to wear, so Adam gave her his mother's dress. Lily gets injured during the veneration and blames Olivia for it, but Olivia counters her saying she knew that it was planned by Lily for her, but she hurt herself in the end. Olivia asks for Lily's reason for hating her, and it's revealed that Lily is Elijah's fan and thinks she's cheating on both him and her brother. She doesn't believe Olivia when she tries to explain that it's all a misunderstanding created by the media and gets scolded by her brother because she keeps insisting that Olivia isn't the right girl for him. In the end, she angrily leaves the room and starts crying like a spoiled child. At that, Olivia asks him to pacify his sister since he hasn't spent much time with her after coming back home. Later, she receives a call from Mia who tells her to go back as the shooting for her reality show is about to begin, but she wishes to stay back for a few more days. She's also aware of Elijah's participation in that show and doesn't want any more rumors to follow. Mia gets angry at her for not taking her work seriously, but she's quickly consoled by Dr. Liam, who's at her apartment at the moment. He convinces her to go on a dinner date with her and makes a reservation at a restaurant owned by his patient. Olivia is worried that Adam may get jealous if she participates in the love-based reality show and goes to talk to him with an excuse that her hairdryer isn't working. She acts coquettishly around him, and after much consideration tells him that she hasn't yet agreed to participate in the show where Elijah is also coming. She asks him if she should agree to it, and he says yes without much thought. Olivia then happily goes back to her room to pack up and leave. Dr. Liam brings Mia to Julie's restaurant, who gives them a special treatment and even brings their food herself. Mia leaves to attend a call and comes back to see them chatting happily. This brings back painful memories, as Mia once got cheated by her ex-boyfriend. She leaves without eating much, to Dr. Liam's distress, and he tries to ask for the reason. However, Mia simply ends things with him and leaves. Violet gets a call from her manager, who tells her that she's going to participate in the reality show with Elijah. In fact, her participation is requested by Elijah, but he doesn't wish to disclose his involvement in front of her. Dr. Adam drops Olivia at her home and leaves after instructing her to rest properly. When she closes her door, he takes a jewelry box from his pocket that has his mother's earrings. His brother asked him to give these to his fiancée, but he's yet to act on it, and silently leaves with the box in his hand. Dr. Adam meets Dr. Liam, who's worried about Mia's behavior. Mia gets agitated when Olivia keeps talking about his family and slips a bit about her involvement with Dr. Liam, but she tells her that things are now over between them. Olivia wants to ask for details, but their call gets interrupted by Adam, who has come to deliver some delicacies sent by his grandma. Olivia invites him in for a coffee, but he declines, to which she gets angry and closes the door. However, he immediately knocks back at the door and says that he's actually a bit thirsty. She gets happy and drags him in to ask about the deal between Dr. Liam and Mia. Adam takes Liam out for a game, who tells him about his feelings for Mia. Dr. Adam advises him to confess his feelings to her. Liam likes the idea and instantly runs away to make preparations. When Olivia goes for the shooting of their reality show, she sees Elijah and Violet there. Elijah keeps stealing glances at her, but she's occupied with other things, including a call from Adam. He calls to check on her but makes an excuse that Grandma has wished her luck. At this, she teases him about what he himself wishes to say, and he asks her to take care as well. The shooting starts and Olivia and Elijah are paired up in a team. This makes Violet jealous. Their team gets the punishment to finish an ice cream bowl within 30 seconds, but Olivia finds it too cold. Seeing this, Elijah takes the bowl away and tries to finish it all by himself, making others find him caring. At that moment, Olivia looks at Violet's strained smile and realizes that she likes Elijah. Adam goes to his patients for a routine checkup, who happen to be watching Olivia's reality show. He hears the girls liking her pair with Elijah and gets a bit jealous, so he turns their TV off, saying they shouldn't watch it. When Olivia gets a break, she calls Adam, but he doesn't pick up because he's out on the ground while his phone is left behind in his cabin. Dr. Liam starts visiting Mia outside her office, making flashy proposals every day, which irritates her, and she tells him to stop following her. Adam is known for never watching entertainment, but he secretly watches the reality show that Olivia is participating in. Their ice cream scene makes him jealous, and he posts a story for the first time that cold things should be avoided during winter. His story update makes Olivia giggle as she calls him to explain that the scenes in the reality show are just acts that she has to go along with, but mean nothing in real life. However, Dr. Adam pretends to not know about anything because he doesn't watch her show. This makes her laugh, and she soon leaves for the next shooting scene. After some days, she visits him with some dessert, citing her shooting location is nearby, and leaves him a cute note after he leaves for another surgery. Lily decides to run away from home after watching the reality show's first episode, and plans something big against Olivia by colluding with Elijah's other fans. During shooting, Olivia gets thrown from a high place as a punishment for wrong answer, but pretends to sprain her ankle. Seeing this, Mia takes her to the hospital despite knowing that she's only acting. Once home, she sends a picture of her bandaged foot to Dr. Adam, who gets worried and calls her. Olivia pretends to be in pain and tells him that she doesn't have any painkillers at the moment, so he says he'll bring it to her right away. Once the call gets disconnected, she becomes delighted because she had orchestrated all this act to pacify him because she thinks he's angry at her because of the ice cream scene. When Adam comes to Olivia's home, he instantly recognizes that she's acting because now her other foot is bandaged instead of the one that she showed him. She gets embarrassed at this and shows him her other foot that has a small wound. Adam tends to the wound before leaving for the hospital, but on his way out he meets Elijah, who has come to check on Olivia. However, Dr. Adam doesn't let him meet her and says she needs to rest. Back at Adam's home, Dr. Liam is waiting for him to tell his sob story of continuous rejections. Adam recommends paying her more attention instead of going all flashy, and once again Dr. Liam likes his suggestion, deciding to act on it. At night, we see Lily meet another of Elijah's fangirls who has been spying on Olivia and capturing photos of all her visitors, including Elijah. The two fangirls mutually decide that their idol is always right, and Olivia must have used some underhanded schemes to bring him to her home. Next day, Olivia finds Dr. Adam's file at her home that he may have forgotten last night and brings it to his hospital. There she meets Lily, who tries to snatch her brother's file from her, but Olivia refuses to indulge her and says she'll give it to him herself. As they both argue, Lily shouts Olivia's name out loud, making the passers-by recognize her and people start filming them. The commotion causes a young cancer patient's cap to be dropped, making her extremely nervous due to her bald head. Soon the hospital's security guards dismiss the crowd away, restoring the peace, and seeing this, Olivia leaves as well. On Mia's end, she's now being followed everywhere by Dr. Liam. This time he quietly accompanies her and doesn't leave even when she asks him to. Next, Lily slips Elijah's photographs captured outside Olivia's home under Adam's door because she's unaware that he was already there when Elijah went to see her. When Adam sees those photos, he knows that it's Lily's doing and tells her to come out. He questions her about all the nonsense she's doing, and Lily says that Olivia is seducing her idol. However, she soon escapes to her room when he reprimands her for the sneak pictures. Adam then goes to Olivia's home, who acts smug, asking him if he has a crush on her because he keeps visiting her. He replies that he's only there for his file, but Olivia refuses to hand it over to him and runs away with it. She's closely followed by Adam, and the pair unintentionally gets too close, leaving them both flabbergasted as Adam quickly leaves with his file. Next day, Lily wakes up to see her butler, who's come to bring her back. She requests her brother to let her stay for a few more days, but Adam refuses to entertain her anymore. At the hospital, we see the little girl who happened to get caught in Olivia and Lily's drama. Since she's bald, people started capturing her photos when her cap fell down. The incident has traumatized her, and she refuses to talk to anyone or receive any treatment. Seeing this, Dr. Liam calls Adam and fills him in on the situation, who then comes to meet the little girl, but she doesn't respond to him as well. Adam gets blamed for the situation by the hospital director, who tells him to resolve this issue. At shoot, Elijah tries to talk with Olivia, but she stays busy on her phone while texting Adam. However, Adam is busy with his job and doesn't get back to her. Seeing this, he invites Olivia to have dinner with him and tries to confess his feelings to her, but she doesn't catch his hints. On the other side, Adam finds out that the young patient, Asel, has a mug with Olivia's picture on it and realizes that she's her fan. He comes up with an idea and calls Olivia to come to his hospital. She leaves the dinner midway and goes to Adam, who tells her about everything. Hearing this, Olivia takes some gifts from her car before going to meet Asel. She plays with the young girl, gives her a makeover and also a wig to help boost her confidence. They make lots of videos, and finally, Asel agrees to continue her treatment when Olivia convinces her. On her way back, she feels like someone is watching her for the past few days but ignores it. Olivia politely rejects Adam's offer to drop her home and leaves alone. When she reaches home and tries to open the door, Olivia finds a huge mouse on it. She gets too scared and runs away while screaming, but gets collided with Adam, who has come after her. She hugs him out of fear and asks him if he's there because he cares about her. Adam calms her down before going to see her door, where a dead rat is lying, so he brings her away with her. She finds out that he has hung a stuffed toy in his car that she gifted him back in their hometown and feels happy about it. On their way, she even imagines several romantic scenarios in her head, wondering if Adam is going to drop her at a hotel, but to her surprise, he brings her to his home. Despite her hesitance regarding living under the same roof before marriage, Olivia doesn't have any other option and chooses to stay at his place. Adam shows her the guest room, but Olivia soon follows him in a bathrobe and tells him that she wishes to borrow a nightgown. He opens his wardrobe for her to choose, but his fiancée chooses to tease him, saying she actually likes the one that he's wearing and makes him blush. However, she picks a nightdress and goes to her room to sleep. After some time, she hears some strange noises and gets scared, running back to Adam's room. She tells him about the noise, who then brings her to the attic of his house, where she sees a sparrow. He tells her that he found it outside his home, injured, and is taking care of its wounds. She finally relaxes, realizing that it's a sparrow, and they feed her together before leaving for their rooms. Next morning, Olivia receives a call from Mia that she's outside her home to pick her up, but hears Adam's voice behind her, asking about who's the man with her. Olivia tells her that she's not at home and hurries to get ready to leave. On her way out, she finds a note by Adam telling her that her breakfast is in the refrigerator and finds it cute. She then tells Mia about everything once she reaches the set, who's shocked to know that she stayed at Adam's place and tells her that all men are the same. The once happy Olivia soon starts feeling low, thinking Adam doesn't have any feelings for her, because nothing happened between them despite her staying at his home. Even during the shoot, she stays occupied with the same thoughts and asks Elijah what it means if a man doesn't make any advances on a girl despite having complete privacy. Elijah tells her that it means that man is not interested in her. On the other hand, we see Adam, who can't stop thinking about Olivia even at the hospital. Olivia thinks that she's not attractive enough and seeks Mia's help, but she's too busy getting rid of Dr. Liam. She has hired a fake boyfriend and pretends to kiss him in front of Dr. Liam, but he figures that it's all fake and tells her that he'll continue to pursue her no matter what. On Olivia's end, she buys a lot of dresses before going back to Adam's home and wears a hot red dress to seduce him. However, he doesn't come home even after a lot of wait, and she slowly goes to sleep while waiting in the living room. When Mia gets home, she's frustrated with her failed efforts to get Dr. Liam off her back and at the same time irritated by the loud music and singing that he does to get a reaction out of her. Suddenly, she comes up with a plan and puts an ad of house for sale at the internet with a very reasonable price. However, she gives Dr. Liam's contact details in the end, and soon he gets bombarded with buyer calls. When Adam comes home to see Olivia all dressed up and sleeping peacefully, he literally finds it hard to calm his heartbeat. At the same time, Olivia wakes up to notice that he's home but pretends to keep sleeping. Adam covers her with a blanket like a gentleman and then picks her up and brings her to her room. Olivia then slowly opens her eyes, and just when she expects something to happen, he calmly leaves her room, making her frustrated. However, it's not that Adam is unaffected because we see him trying to control his heartbeat while standing outside her room. For Violet's birthday, Elijah brings her a cake and wishes her to find someone worthy of her love soon. In a way, he tells her that she's a good friend to him, but nothing more than that. Back at Adam's house, Olivia shares her frustrations with Adam's sparrow while he's busy thinking about her in his room. In the morning, she sees Adam preparing breakfast and offers to help him, but he coldly rejects her. But Olivia doesn't give up and keeps trying to help. When they both reach out to coffee beans at the same time, the box ends up tilting and spilling all the beans on both of them, who unintentionally came too close. Time seems to stop for them as they come too close, but before they finally kiss each other, the magical moment is broken by the doorbell. Adam opens the door to find his brother and sister Lily, who've come to visit him. He questions Lily for running back from home, but his brother explains that he brought her with him. Once inside, Adam warns his sister to refrain from playing any tricks on Olivia, but Lily takes her upstairs. The young girl suspiciously inspects her brother's room while Adam's brother questions him for not giving their mother's earrings to Olivia yet. Adam makes the excuse of not finding the right time for it, but gets embarrassed when his brother mentions how they live in the same house, but yet he finds it hard to take some time out. At the breakfast table, Lily fakes being on good terms with Olivia and refuses to leave with her brothers, saying she'll accompany her sister-in-law. Before leaving, Adam warns her again to not pull a trick on Olivia, but his elder brother assures him that his fiancée is quite sensible and will handle her perfectly. At the hospital, Dr. Liam shares his trauma of not having slept for the past few nights, and while they both track down who may be behind this, they both agree that it can be Mia. Adam then calls Olivia to check on her, but she's busy preparing soup for him as per Lily's suggestion. She treats Olivia nicely and urges her to bring the soup to hospital by calling her a taxi. Olivia's journey gets interrupted by a girl who accidentally comes in front of her taxi and pretends to have injured her foot. When she steps out to check on that girl, another girl enters her car and mixes a lot of salt in her soup before running away. This all is actually planned by Lily. When she reaches hospital and offers Adam some soup, Dr. Liam picks it up midway and drinks it, but ends up coughing badly. Olivia realizes that this is Lily's doing and advises her like a good elder sister to not repeat the offense. Lily promises to behave in front of her but doesn't give up. In the evening when Adam comes home, Olivia comes close to him and he almost gets tempted to kiss her. But Lily comes over, inviting them to watch a movie together, to which they agree. However, they both find it hard to sleep at night and decide to secretly meet in the attic. On Mia's end, she sneaks into her home at midnight to avoid facing Liam, but he comes to her door with some snacks. This truly pisses her off and she brutally rejects him, making him sad, while she herself gets occupied by the scene that evening when she saw him being extra friendly with the restaurant owner. Adam and Olivia go to the attic while holding hands and spend some quality time together. Adam confesses that he'd like to go wherever she goes, making her happy and hug him. Next morning, he prepares her breakfast and brings it to her room. Not only that, he also feeds her himself, and they decide to plan an official date since they haven't been to one yet. Adam then goes to ask for Dr. Liam's advice regarding some date ideas, but Dr. Liam is too sad and says he can't think of anything at the moment. On the other hand, Olivia shares with Mia about their date, but Mia gets reminded of her dinner date with Dr. Liam and sends her out of her office. She then brings a property agent with her to sell her home. The agent offers her a contract, but she signs it in a hurry without reading it to deal with a drunk Liam at her door. He spends the night outside her door and wakes up in the morning to realize what he's done. He happens to pass by Mia arguing with her property agent because her home is sold at a very low price, as she didn't read her contract terms. Mia threatens the agent to drag him to the court and refuses to accompany Olivia to shopping, as she has to take care of the legal matters. She goes to her lawyer and shows him the contract papers, but when her lawyer calls the property agent, they're told that this matter is resolved because Dr. Liam sold his own home in her stead. At this, she feels guilty and goes to his house to see his belongings being packed away while the man has already left. We then see a homeless Dr. Liam sitting by the roadside because his cart driver abandoned him, and soon it starts to rain. However, he is taken under the shade of an umbrella as Mia comes there and asks him to go to her home. On our celebrity actress and her doctor fiancé's side, they discuss about not being able to go on a date due to rain, but decide to go to the lakeside to free the sparrow that is now healed. Their plan gets overheard by Lily, who immediately gets back to cooking up a scheme. When the weekend arrives, Olivia accompanies Adam wearing high heels as she wishes to look good on her first date, but the ground is unsteady and she almost twists her ankle. Seeing this, Dr. Adam carries her up in his arms, and the couple frees the little bird at the lakeside. With a content smile, they finally lean in to kiss each other, and once again it's interrupted by Adam's sister. She then keeps interrupting their beautiful moments for the rest of the day. On their way back, Lily gets too tired and falls asleep in the car, so they decide not to wake her up and move her to the bed. Despite being tired, Adam goes to prepare dinner for her, and they end up having a romantic candlelight dinner. After dinner, they move to the balcony where Olivia spots a shooting star and asks him to make a wish. She herself wishes to stay forever together with Adam, and this time they finally seal it with a kiss. Next day, Olivia wakes up to find Adam's text on her phone to have breakfast and gets happy. She's busy discussing not being able to attend a fan meeting with someone, but then decides against it upon seeing Lily. She then offers Lily to accompany her to Elijah's fan meeting, and the little girl happily agrees. Elijah is busy preparing for his concert when Olivia introduces him to Lily, saying she's her sister and his big fan. Lily seems too happy to meet her idol, while Elijah requests Olivia to recommend someone for the post of his assistant, as his current assistant is leaving soon. He's then called away by his manager. Adam texts Olivia to go on a dinner date, and they decide to meet at the determined time while she happens to eavesdrop on Lily's conversation with a friend, where she says that she has decided to leave Olivia alone for the time being, but she'll definitely play a few tricks in the future. On Mia's and Dr. Liam's side, they discover that they both have same birth date and decide to celebrate their birthday together. On the other hand, Olivia tells Lily that she's not feeling well and they should return home, but Lily insists on staying for the concert and asks her for the show's tickets. When Olivia pretends to have lost the tickets, Lily realizes that she's playing with her and confronts her, but she's in for a surprise. Olivia admits that she is playing trick on her because Lily isn't the only person who knows to fool others. She scares her how Elijah will hate her if he realizes that she's such a cunning girl and has been eavesdropping on Adam and her conversations. This really scares Lily, who starts crying loudly like a child. After dealing with the young girl with a few threats, Olivia tells her that she can make her Elijah's assistant if she promises to behave well and not spoil her relationship with Adam, to which the younger girl agrees readily. Olivia then gets a call from Adam, who sends her the restaurant address after making a booking and tells him that Lily won't accompany them since she's attending a concert. Elijah comes back to the waiting room since his concert gets delayed for some time and gets sad to find out that Olivia has left. When Olivia reaches at the promised destination, she tells Adam that she saw two of her investors in the hall who soon follow her to their room and ask her to join their party and drink with them. However, Adam gets angry at them and asks the waitress to send them out. Olivia then apologizes to him, to which he says that it's not her fault. Any man is bound to get angry if someone asks his fiancée to drink with them. They soon fix their mood and proceed with the dinner. Mia and Dr. Liam also try to live in a harmonious way, and he starts fixing his ways under her scrutiny. A few days later, Olivia goes to sign a contract with Mia, but gets worried to see the contract conditions that she has to stay single and out of love affairs for a year. She low-key tells Mia that she can't sign this contract, but Mia makes her sign it forcefully, saying it's only a matter of 1 year and she can hide her engagement. But Olivia feels really guilty for signing the contract when she's already engaged. On weekend, Adam and Olivia go for an outing, spending some good time together. On the other hand, Elijah gets confirmation that the site he's been trying to book has been confirmed, and he happily makes some other arrangements, including a bouquet. Violet also hears about this matter that Elijah has booked her practice hall, but she's unaware of the reason and has to reschedule her bookings. Our favorite couple keeps making progress in love, and we see them watching a horror movie together, but Olivia keeps getting scared and hug Adam out of fear. Next day, she receives a call from Elijah, who asks her to meet him as he wants to discuss something with her, and she agrees. When she goes at the place that he asked her to come, Elijah brings her to a concert hall and agrees to her request of keeping Lily as his assistant as well. He then goes on to ask her to sit at the front row and sings her a song that he specially composed for her. Somewhere in between, Violet also arrives at the scene and silently sits at the hall's back seats, watching everything quietly. At the end of the song, Elijah proposes to Olivia, but she rejects him, saying she only considers him a younger brother. She also tells him about her engagement with Adam. After she leaves, Violet approaches Elijah and requests him to accept her in his life, but like before, he refuses her again. Violet blames Olivia for all of this, but Elijah tells her it's not because of her and leaves. However, she refuses to believe him and vows to take revenge on Olivia for making her life miserable when in fact she's innocent. We then see her take her camera where she had accidentally recorded a conversation between Olivia and Mia during the shoot of reality show. In the video, Olivia tells Mia about her plan to dump Adam after making him fall in love with her. She tells Mia that she has truly started to like Adam and won't proceed with the plan, to which Mia agrees, but warns her to not let this affect her job. On her way back, Olivia calls Mia to update her on the proceedings at the concert hall and how she rejected Elijah's proposal. She then goes to sleep early as she has live sessions scheduled for the next day. Next day, people spot Adam in her live and ask her about his identity. Olivia says that it's her new driver because she can't disclose her engagement yet, but this hurts Adam, who angrily leaves for the hospital despite it being a weekend. At the hospital, he asks Dr. Liam to go home and let him take his duty. At the same time, he gets a message from an unknown number. The content of the message reminds him of how Olivia called him her driver, while Elijah had also challenged him that it'll be hard for him to stay in a relationship with a celebrity. On the other hand, Olivia gets a call from her mother, who's angry at her for staying in a stranger's house, even if that person is her fiancé. Actually, she's excited about the development of their relationship, but pretends to be angry because Olivia's father is feeling overprotective. She asks her to bring Adam home and give an explanation to her parents. When the call ends, Olivia gets excited at the prospect of visiting her family with Adam. Elijah's manager brings him a list of resumes for the post of his assistant and tells him that interviews will be arranged later. Elijah asks him to add Lily's name in the list as well, who then gets an interview call to reach Elijah's office at 2 p.m. next day. Lily gets very happy with the call and hugs Olivia to thank her. She also promises to teach her brother a lesson should he ever hurt her, because now she's on her sister-in-law's side. Olivia then tells her about her parents' demand to bring Adam home and how she's worried that Adam may refuse to do so. At that, she plans to convince him with some pitiful actions, and they both make preparations for it. When Adam returns home, Lily applies a cooling ointment in Olivia's eyes before running away. Olivia then acts to cry and tells him that her mother is sick and wishes to see them both together, but she's worried that Adam may reject her because he's too busy. As planned, Adam agrees to visit Olivia's parents with her. Mia has to make a lot of effort to teach Dr. Liam some manners and gives his wardrobe a makeover as well. He requests her to let him sleep in her bed for a day, but she strictly refuses him. However, we see him sleeping by her side after some time. Adam also makes an effort to please his future in-laws and asks Olivia about what her father may like. Olivia helps Lily choose a dress for the interview, but when Adam hears about it, he tells his sister not to go there, but she's helped by her sister, who sends her away. After that, they set out to meet her parents. Olivia gets sleepy on the way, and Dr. Adam doesn't disturb her either. At that time, he gets a message on his phone, but its contents are hidden. On the other hand, Dr. Liam feels sick and gets his reports done, which reveal that he's at the last stage of uremia. He gets worried for Mia that she'll be left alone after him. At Olivia's home, her mother greets them very enthusiastically, while her father behaves coldly and keeps giving Adam tough time. After lunch, Olivia suggests her father play Chinese chess with Adam, and Adam loses the second round at her request. Olivia's father doesn't like this, and once again leaves them to go to his room. Later, Adam accompanies her father to supermarket, who asks him several questions on the way and the reason why he lost to him. At that, Adam says that sometimes emotions are more important, which makes his father-in-law happy, and he finally accepts him. Olivia chats with Lily to update her about the situation at home and also inquires her about the interview. Lily tells her that she's waiting to be interviewed. When the interviews start, Elijah passes by the interviewees and sees her play a game on her phone. So he questions her during the interview if she is too relaxed because she thinks she'll get the job, but Lily tells him that she's learned to manage her anxiety like this from him. She goes on to tell the board that she knows everything about him, including his likes and dislikes, and if she gets a chance, the team won't have to struggle with teaching her according to his standards. Her answers truly impress the interview board. When Adam and Olivia's father return home, things seem to have improved between them, and the family decides to invite their other relatives over for a meal. He then goes to arrange groceries with his father-in-law when he once again receives a message from an unknown number and steps out of the house to look at it. It turns out to be Mia and Olivia's video that Violet had recorded, but it was only the first part of recording and doesn't include the part where Olivia confesses her love for him. Adam then receives a call from Dr. Liam, who requests him to come to hospital for an emergency, and he takes it as his excuse to leave Olivia's home hurriedly, making her worried. Adam goes home in a spoiled mood and locks himself up in his study room. He doesn't pick her calls as well, and Olivia refuses to eat dinner in her worry. She then gets a call from Mia to remind her about the conference the next day and agrees to go there. After call, Mia sees that doctor. Liam has taken his bath and goes to check on the bathroom's condition. She gets startled and worries for his health, asking him if he's all right because he cleaned his mess for the first time. Dr. Liam tells her that he's mended his ways and is trying to help her now, but Mia doesn't believe him. Next day, Lily goes to Elijah's company for her first day at work. She meets Violet, who asks her if she's the girl whom Olivia recommended for Elijah. And after confirming it, she starts making trouble for her by sending her to get coffee back and forth. At that time, Elijah comes there and tells Violet to get her things from her own assistant, instead of ordering his assistant around. Olivia keeps calling Adam but gets no response until she's called for the press conference. During the question and answer session, a reporter asks her about her relationship status, to which she says that she's still single. Her response is heard by Dr. Adam, who's busy checking on a patient, and he gets even more sad. He's then approached by a doctor who requests him to accompany a team of doctors to the mountains and agrees to the request. When Olivia comes home, Lily tells her that Adam had to leave for the mountains. She packs her belongings and goes back to her home to drink and cry on Mia's shoulder. They both discuss how their respective partners are behaving suspiciously, and Olivia believes that Adam doesn't like her anymore. Next day, Lily uses Adam's laptop to play a game when she sees a folder with Olivia's video in it. She calls Olivia to tell her about it and also sends her the video. Olivia realizes the reason of his anger from the video and starts packing to go to him and explain things. She calls Mia to help her with finding Olivia's whereabouts from Dr. Liam. She leaves as soon as Mia gives her his address and also leaves a text on Adam's number that he's misunderstood her, and she'll explain things to him once she reaches him. Her text makes him worried for her because it's going to rain soon, and rainy weather is quite dangerous at the mountains. He tries calling her to ask about her whereabouts, but the call doesn't get through. Weather keeps getting worse, and soon the landslides take place, blocking several roads. Dr. Adam is busy tending to some serious patients and asks a local if he can go out because his friend is coming here, but the local, Mr. Liu, advises him against it. Adam finishes his shift and gets ready to leave for the mountains to look for Olivia, but he's held back when a patient's condition gets critical. Next day, he keeps asking Mr. Liu if a guest arrived at their hostel, but he tells him that no one has come at the hostel. He asks Mr. Liu to accompany him to look for Olivia, but as they prepare to leave, a garbage cart arrives there and Olivia comes down from it. She's in a bad condition, but they both rush to hug each other and then continue to kiss. Olivia then explains to him that she had only said those things out of anger at his rude behavior, and he tells her that she doesn't need to explain as he understands it. However, he seems to be in self-doubt because they both have different jobs, and he's never there for her whenever she needs him. But Olivia understands his point and says that she'll always support his job because she knows that there are other people who need him as much as she does. She then asks him about the person who sent him that video, but he says that it's an unknown number, and he's still investigating it. They continue to walk to go have their breakfast, and he tells her about Ting Ting, a college student girl who cooks food for them here at the mountains. Once back at the camp, all the doctors excitedly move to have a meal with them at their table because Dr. Adam's fiancé is a celebrity. Ting Ting gives him an extra egg for his hard work, but he gives it to Olivia saying he's not that hungry. Seeing this, she looks hurt. On the other hand, Mia sees Dr. Liam go out early in the morning and follows him to Julie's restaurant. She finds them both filling balloons, gets angry, and throws a glass of water on him. She thinks he's cheating on her, but Julie explains to her that he's here to plan a surprise birthday party for her and also tells her about his disease. The revelation slips land from under her feet, and she questions why he didn't tell her. But he says that his chances of survival are rare, so he didn't wish to make her worried. He says that he was planning to spend his last few days with her peacefully because dialysis is painful and he doesn't want to go through that pain. They hug each other, and Mia asks him if he has any wish that she can fulfill. In the camp, Ting asks Adam if the new girl is his girlfriend, and he tells her that she's his fiancée. She admits that Olivia truly loves him and asks him about his reaction if there's another who loves him just the same. But Adam doesn't answer her question. The nurses at the camp also inquire with Olivia about their love story. On Lily's side, she gets sent out by Violet during her lunch, who tells her to go to some other room. She meets Elijah in the corridor, who understands Violet's underhanded schemes and offers her to have lunch with him. Ting goes missing at the camp, and Olivia asks Adam if she told him anything. Adam admits that she asked him about their relationship, and he told her that no one can replace Olivia in his life. To this, Olivia says she's happy that he said that, but Ting may have felt hurt. They set out to look for her in small groups but don't find her anywhere. Time passes and eventually night falls. Adam tells Olivia that he knows Ting for the past 3 years, and she estimates that she must have liked him from a long time. While walking, Olivia hurts her foot, and Dr. Adam carries her on his back. They get a text from their fellow doctors that they have found Ting, so they start walking back to the camp, and Olivia asks him to tell her how he met Ting. Adam tells her that he first met her when he came here for a medical camp 3 years ago. He got to know that she wishes to study medicine, but her family can't afford her education, so he sponsored her. Olivia comments that even she would have fallen for him if she were in Ting's place, and Adam asks her if she's jealous, but she quickly denies it. Elijah starts playing a game on his phone after recording, and seeing this, Lily also goes to hide in the bathroom and play with him. They also chat in the game's chat room, but Elijah is unaware that he's playing with his assistant. They face an internet outage and come out of their places to find a better spot. When Elijah sees Lily, he asks her if she's playing games, but she hurriedly denies it, and he also tells her to focus only on her work. After some time, they resume their game, and Elijah suggests she fire her boss when she tells him that she had to step away for a few minutes due to her boss. This makes her giggle, but she still defends him against himself. When Olivia and Dr. Adam come back to their camp, he prepares her some ginger soup and also bandages her foot for her. On his way out, he suddenly remembers something and comes back to sit with her. He finally gifts her his mother's earrings and puts them on her by himself. He tells her that he wanted to give it to her for quite some time, but didn't find the right time, and confesses how scared he was last night because he thought he lost her. This heartfelt confession brings a smile to her face, and they lean towards each other to share a kiss. Next morning, they have their breakfast in a romantic atmosphere. They're then visited by Ting, who's come to apologize to them for the trouble she caused yesterday, but Olivia says she's happy that she's safe. She asks her to accompany her for the day while Adam leaves for his duty. On his way to work, we hear Adam talk to someone as he's trying to figure out the identity of the person who sent him that video. Olivia and Ting have a heart-to-heart chat, where Ting initially looks intimidated by her, but slowly opens up when Olivia tells her that she's a normal person just like her. They become good friends, and Ting tells her that she's opened an account for live streaming to help the kids of her village, but there aren't many followers. Hearing this, Olivia promises to help her. In Mia's apartment, she's extremely busy handling different calls while Dr. Liam patiently waits for her to start eating. He doesn't eat well, and Mia gets worried for him, asking if he's sick, but instead he says that he has a wish, but isn't sure if Mia will fulfill it. However, Mia promises to fulfill his wish. On the other hand, Olivia joins Ting in her live streaming session, and they show the kids of the village who are studying in an open place. The live is watched by many, including Dr. Adam, and a lot of people come out to help the poor kids. Dr. Liam brings Mia to a mall and makes her wear a beautiful red dress of his choice. They then go shopping according to his choice and go to a restaurant to eat and drink. He also sings her a song, and they come home drunk and tired. Mia says that it's the best day of her life, and Dr. Liam agrees with her in his sleep. Dr. Adam's camp comes to an end, and they set out to go back. The villagers come to say their goodbye, and she brags to him about being more popular than him among the villagers. Dr. Adam keeps agreeing with her like one does to a child, making her happy. Lily finds a tablet in Elijah's car and asks her brother about it, who tells her that it's a sleeping pill. This makes her worried, and she asks Elijah during one of their games if he's uncomfortable, and he tells her that he finds it hard to sleep. He was only able to sleep during the after-school classes, and Lily finds an after-school class nearby and goes there to record a lecture to help him relax and sleep. Adam and Olivia spend some cute moments together when he receives Violet's picture on his phone. When he asks Olivia if she knows her, she tells him that she's a good girl and she knows him. So Adam doesn't tell her that she's the sender of the video. Instead, he goes to meet her and warns her to stay away from his fiancée. However, from the looks of it, Violet still seems adamant on making problems for Olivia. After leaving Violet, Adam exchanges some loving texts with Olivia and tells her to take care before leaving for work. On the other hand, Lily asks Elijah to listen to a recording that she claims to be sent by a friend of hers, but he keeps declining it. She challenges him to listen to it for 3 minutes, and he finally relents. Soon he gets sleepy without a sleeping pill and goes on to sleep for a few hours. When he wakes up, it's already dark, so he offers to drop Lily off where Adam spots them together from his window. Adam's elder brother invites him and Olivia to a dinner, and he agrees after confirming with her. When they reach the restaurant, elder brother becomes happy to see her wearing their mother's earrings and compliments them. They're joined by Lily, who also praises Olivia's earrings, making her puzzled, and asks Adam about the deal regarding those earrings, and Lily tells her that they're their mother's, and she received them as the future daughter-in-law of their family. When Elijah goes to his car, he finds his sleeping pills there, and realizes that Lily must have helped him intentionally, so he calls her to accompany him to a shopping mall, and she leaves after apologizing to her family about work. At the mall, Elijah tells her to choose whatever she wants to buy. She chooses to buy a balloon, making him puzzled at her choice, but she says that she's happy because this is his first gift to her. She then asks him to click a few pictures with her, to which he complies. When Lily comes home, she tries to tiptoe to her room to avoid getting noticed by Adam, but he still catches her and tells her to focus on her future. Next day, Olivia brings him a fortune locket from her home, but is surprised to see him have an identical one already. They exchange them, and Adam tells her that these were brought by his mother, making her realize that they have been connected for a long time. There, she watches entertainment news and sees Violet getting a lot of fame from the reality show that she participated in. She praises her open-heartedly, saying Violet is hardworking and deserves all the fame she's getting. Seeing her like this, Adam doesn't have the heart to break the identity of her offender to her. Dr. Liam and Mia go to a carnival and enjoy lots of rides. At some moment, he gets carried away and kisses Mia, who reciprocates his advances. Olivia's mother calls her to share that her fiancé went to their family to apologize for leaving abruptly the other day. She then tells her about his mother, who was her childhood best friend. They got separated after marrying into different cities, but after Olivia was born, they got their kids engaged in their childhood. Adam gets a call from the hospital to take over Dr. Liam's shift and agrees to it, but asks about his whereabouts. He's told that Dr. Liam has asked for a few days' leave. A few hours later, he gets a message from Olivia that she's feeling unwell and Mia isn't available. Adam goes to see her and brings her some tea. They both realize that something fishy's going on because they haven't met Mia or Dr. Liam ever since they came back from the medical camp. So they decide to go check on them. At Mia's apartment, they're busy playing games when the doorbell rings, and the two talk with their respective best friends. They also tell them about Dr. Liam's condition, and Adam convinces his friend to get treatment for Mia's sake. He finally agrees to it. On the other hand, Mia and Olivia plan a surprise birthday party for Dr. Liam and bake a cake for him as well. That night, Olivia goes on a date night with Adam and tells him to invite Dr. Liam's close friends for his birthday, to which he agrees. At the restaurant, they hear rumors that Olivia's popularity is going down with Violet's rise, but she doesn't pay heed to them. Violet has bagged a crucial role, and her assistant thinks that's because Olivia's team didn't compete with her, making her wonder if Olivia gave up that opportunity for her. When Dr. Liam's test results come out, they discover that he doesn't have any disease at all. Actually, his test kit had gotten exchanged with another patient at the bathroom, leading to this misunderstanding. On the other hand, his friends seem emotional at his birthday party and decide to stay happy in front of him. Soon, he arrives at the restaurant and gets surprised by Mia and his friends. He thanks them all and tells them that he's actually not sick, but no one believes him, and Mia promises to never fight with him again. Seeing this, he begs Dr. Adam to keep his health a secret till the end of the birthday party because he's quite enjoying Mia's nice treatment. While the pair celebrate their birthday, Olivia gets emotional watching them, but Dr. Adam takes her out and tells her the truth, and also tells her about his request to keep this a secret for a little longer. At their home, Mia takes very good care of Dr. Liam and pampers him a lot, making him a bit guilty, but he doesn't tell her about the truth of his reports. She then goes to meet Olivia to discuss her next project, but Olivia thinks she looks sad, to which she admits that she's worried about Dr. Liam. Olivia finally can't hold it in any longer and tells her the truth. Mia at first gets happy to know that he's fine, but soon decides to take revenge on him for keeping her in the dark. She goes home and gets him to place his feet in boiling hot water in the name of relaxing and enjoys his misery. Violet and Elijah are scheduled for a recording together, but she arrives late and asks the director to record separately first, making Elijah leave with Lily because there's only one recording studio available at the moment. In the waiting room, Lily is upset at Elijah for letting Violet bully him, but he tells her that he just didn't wish to trouble the staff. Violet's assistant updates her about the new project that Olivia has gotten, where she's playing the role of a detective, to which Violet exclaims that she's been waiting for this moment. She then calls a reporter and gives him a tip about Olivia's engagement. While this all goes on, Mia keeps torturing Dr. Liam using different methods, and he finally admits that he's not sick and didn't dare to tell her because he was afraid that she'll start disliking him again. At this, she starts crying and hitting him for keeping her in the dark and worried, but he eventually hugs her and calms her down. Elijah and Lily start becoming friends thanks to their similar interest in games. Next day, Adam prepares Olivia's breakfast and brings it to her home, but the news of her engagement has spread till then, and he finds a lot of reporters outside her home. They meet in his car secretly, and she apologizes to him for the inconvenience that it may cause because the reporters may try to follow him, but he tells her that he's not scared. Olivia also assures him that Mia will definitely find a solution to this problem. As for Mia, she receives a call from the director who's delayed the shooting and refuses to listen to her. She gets worried about Olivia seeing Violet's popularity rise, but Dr. Liam's motivation gives her the strength to keep going. At the hospital, Dr. Adam gets surrounded by the reporters, but the hospital director comes to his rescue. Later, he is told to stay at home for a few days by his director. On the other hand, Mia is denied a meeting with Mr. Yue, for whom Olivia had signed the no love affair agreement. She somehow sneaks inside his office and suggests a talk, but he threatens her that now only his lawyer will talk to them because Olivia has broken the agreement. However, Mia says that it's not true and this is all a misunderstanding. At this, he tells her that in that case, Olivia needs explain the situation to their company. She then brings Olivia over to their company and tells her to say that the news about her engagement is fake, and Olivia assures her that she'll try her best. However, Mr. Yue is quite angry because his website has faced a critical loss with the news and isn't ready to talk about anything else. So Olivia tells him that she'll cover the loss that his company has faced. However, Mia immediately tells him that she means to say that she's willing to cooperate with them to make up for the loss. Mr. Yue asks her to make Adam record a video message saying that they're just friends, but she refuses to hurt him in any way and gets up to leave. On Violet's side, she meets Olivia's current director, who asks her to replace Olivia because they can't cast her after the news of her having a boyfriend. She acts troubled about having to replace her, but actually fuels the fire by telling him that Adam is actually her fiancé. At this, the director gets really angry and hires her directly as Olivia's replacement. On their way back, Mia asks Olivia about her intentions, and she says that she'll choose Adam if she has to choose between career and him. Lily writes a letter to Elijah, telling him that she's his game friend who's been his partner for quite some time and is happy to see him work hard. She doesn't have the courage to disclose this to him but has no other option since she doesn't wish for him to misunderstand her. However, she gets busy with some other tasks and doesn't get the chance to give that letter to him. Mia calls Adam and tells him about the situation that Olivia is going to end her career for him. Elijah holds a meeting with Mr. Yue, who asks him to be his website's spokesperson along with Violet. He agrees to his proposal for Olivia's sake to make up for the loss that their website has suffered and doesn't listen to Lily when she tries to stop him. She asks him if he has any special feelings for Olivia, but he drops her on the road instead of answering her question. Later, Elijah requests Violet to agree to Mr. Yu's proposal, and she agrees after asking him about his true motive. He tells her that he does like her, but she only considers him a good friend. He wishes to stay a good friend to Olivia and can't see her career come to an end. Lily finally understands that it's not Olivia who's after Elijah, but him who likes her. The realization makes her cry a lot. Meanwhile, Violet also keeps repeating the audio she recorded during their dinner tonight and cries at not being able to secure Elijah's heart. Adam agrees with Mia to attend the press conference held by her and convinces Olivia that she shouldn't let go of her career. They attend the press conference together, and when a reporter asks her about their relationship, she says that he's a doctor and her fiancé. Their engagement was arranged by their families. To this, everyone gets a bit amazed, but no one seems to be against it. Lily texts Elijah that she won't be able to continue her job due to some personal reasons. He gets happy for Olivia's comeback and the support she's getting online. After the media release, Olivia and Mia enjoy a small celebration dinner with their love partners when Mia receives another news on her phone. This time, Violet has leaked Elijah's audio recording in which he confesses to be in love with Olivia. She immediately explains to Adam that Elijah had proposed to her, but she rejected his proposal, and Adam tells her that she doesn't need to explain to him. Elijah goes to confront Violet, who brazenly admits doing this all as her revenge. Elijah then leaves Olivia an apology note and promises to fix things for her, making her worried. He holds a live session next day and tells the netizens that he was initially forced by his company to get closer to her to take advantage of her fame, but he truly liked her and even proposed her. But Olivia only has eyes for her fiancé, and they're good friends. His manager gets furious on watching his confession and vows to teach him a lesson for exposing the company. Olivia is also worried for him because this move can destroy his career, but Adam comforts her that everything will be fine. Elijah's manager cancels all his projects and asks him to pay the contract termination fee if he wishes to leave the company. Olivia also gets denied by the director of her drama, but she doesn't let it affect her mood and instead keeps making lovely memories with Adam. Mia, on the other hand, is stressed about losing the website spokesperson's role as well, but she's also comforted by her boyfriend. Lily feels bad for Elijah when the news confirms that his career is at the brink of its end. He too misses her while listening to the lecture that she had recorded for him that helps him to sleep. Next day, Lily packs up and leaves for her hometown. Olivia and Mia try to convince Mr. Yue one more time, saying their couple is already receiving public support, but he still doesn't agree to their proposal. At the same time, news of Olivia getting switched by Violet comes on the TV, making her a bit sad, but Mia turns off the TV. Meanwhile, the supporting actress in Violet's drama gets injured, and she intentionally suggests her director to sign Olivia in that role. Olivia gets to know about this offer from Mia, who says that she has declined the offer because it's way under her standard, but Olivia convinces her otherwise. She says she doesn't have a problem with working under Violet, and it'll be hard for her to get better roles anyway. So Mia tells her that she'll call after making all the arrangements. On Lily's side, she signs a gaming contract with someone and gets a handsome price for it, which she uses to pay for Elijah's contract termination fee. However, she doesn't reveal her real name and uses the name that she has in the game as Elijah's partner. Elijah finally gets freed from his contract, but he doesn't have his friend's contact information, so he goes to check on the company's CCTV footage. At the set of shooting scene, Violet makes things difficult for Olivia by making her stand outside her vanity van and insulting her for not having to struggle. She also makes a lot of changes in the script to trouble Olivia, but since she's famous now, everyone has to listen to her demands, including Olivia. As the shooting for their first scene starts, we find it to be a fight sequence involving Olivia's character getting badly beaten by Violet's. Violet doesn't hold her power during the fight and twists her arm strongly. She's about to land a strong punch in her face when someone shouts for her to stop. Violet gets furious at being interrupted and shouts at the incoming person for interrupting the shooting, but the director quickly introduces the newcomer to be their new investor. This new investor is actually Adam's elder brother, who tells the director to immediately remove Violet from the cast, making her leave angrily. Olivia tries to convince him otherwise, but he tells her that she's too kind to see people's real faces. He then reveals to her that all the negativity about her on the internet has been Violet's doing. He tells her that she's the person behind the video that almost caused her engagement to end. Also, the rumors about her bullying Violet were spread by her. Olivia gets shocked to know all this and thanks him for helping her, but he tells her that it's all Adam's doing. At that, she happily runs to her fiancé and kisses him to express her gratitude. On the other hand, Violet asks her manager if he has any new project for her since she's free these days, but he tells her that there's no work for her because no director is willing to hire her due to her bad attitude at the previous set. He also shows her an article that highlights how she created trouble for the crew and bullied her co-actors. Seeing this, she silently leaves, but she's still scornful towards Olivia. Violet's assistant tells her that director Zhang has come to their studio, so she rushes to meet him. But when she reaches there, he's already signed Olivia in his next project. Seeing this, she gets too hurt and leaves for home, but Olivia follows her to her small apartment to have a word with her. There, she confronts Violet and tells her to give herself another chance and not be jealous of someone's love because it's decided by fate. She tells her that she'll find the right person when the right time arrives and also gives her another chance at acting, making her grateful. Later, when Olivia tells about the whole incident to Mia, she finds it hard to choose between the words kind and stupid for her. She questions her for trusting the person who's backstabbed her so many times, but Olivia says she only focuses on good things and leaves evil behind. She then goes on to plan a hot pot dinner in celebration of Adam receiving a prestigious medical award. On the other hand, Elijah realizes that his gaming friend Wu Shi is actually Lily and goes to a hacker to trace her location using her gaming ID. He then posts a video addressing Wu Shi to contact him, but Lily decides not to contact him again. However, she gets emotional while watching his video and logs into her gaming ID. This provides Elijah with her address and he rushes to the gaming cafe, but by then, Lily has left that place. Next day, the two doctors and their lovers celebrate Adam's prestigious award. Mia tells Olivia that an international director is looking for a female actress for his next project, but he's hot-tempered, and the training is also going to be tough. However, Olivia still shows willingness to audition for the role. Later that night, Adam asks her for the reason of this sudden overenthusiasm in her character, and she says that she had relaxed over the years, looking for comfortable projects. But her conversation with Violet has opened her eyes, and she wants to work hard and earn prestigious awards just like her fiancé. We learn that Violet has also applied for the role, and she has now fixed her ways as she instructs her assistant to address Olivia as Miss Olivia because she's her senior. From next day, Olivia starts taking low-calorie diet and doesn't eat the healthy breakfast prepared by her fiancé. She also meets Violet when she goes to audition for the role, and they greet each other like good friends. Adam takes Dr. Liam to the jeweler's shop and chooses a ring to propose Olivia with his help. On the other hand, Mia calls Olivia to tell her that she has passed the audition test, but she has to go for an intensive training of 2 months. Only then the director will decide the main lead. Although a bit sad, Olivia agrees to go for the training. She then calls Adam home and tells him that she may not be able to spend some quality time with him for the next 2 months due to the extreme training, but he comforts her with his support. The next day, Olivia starts her strength training with 3 other actresses, including Violet. After a round of training, they all get too tired and lie down on the floor. At that moment, a girl notices a doctor and says that the director has hired a doctor for them to prevent any injury. Violet gets excited to see that it's none other than Dr. Adam and tries to wake Olivia up, but Olivia keeps laying down with her eyes closed and tells Violet that she can have the doctor for herself if she finds him handsome, and asks her not to bother her as she's too tired. However, she immediately springs up upon realizing that it's her fiancé. Adam tells her that her director had requested their hospital for a doctor, and the hospital chose him. He also tells her that this place is closer to his home and tells her to stay with him during training so they can meet every day. On his way out, Adam meets Ethan, who is his friend, and has a short chat with him. Their interaction is watched by Violet's manager as well, who seems to be in deep thought. In the evening, Mia comes to meet Olivia and tells her to stay careful with Violet and to not trust her completely. On the other hand, Violet's manager arranges a dinner with their director and requests him to choose Violet as his main lead. However, the director says he'll decide it at the end of the training and asks her to focus on her training. At the end of the 2 months of training, Olivia and the girls are given a day off to go home before the results are announced. Both Olivia and Violet seem quite happy to have completed their training. Adam looks worried about something and asks to meet his friend Ethan, who's also the producer of the project that Olivia has been working hard for. However, before he can make any requests, Ethan goes to receive a call on his phone. In his absence, Adam thinks about Olivia's determination to win the role with her hard work and decides not to talk about her. They simply talk and eat before going their way. However, unbeknownst to them, someone captured their photos together. Back at home, Olivia tells Adam that she's nervous about the selection, but he encourages her to believe in herself. Next day, the results show that Olivia has been selected and she gets very excited. Everyone congratulates her, but the director's manager seems unhappy about her selection. Olivia immediately texts Adam to give him the good news, but he doesn't get back to her for the whole day, making her sad. However, she gets pleasantly surprised to see the whole apartment beautifully decorated by Adam, who gives her flowers and goes on to propose her. However, as he takes the ring out for her, their doorbell rings. Outside the door, it's Mia who shows her an article that has Ethan and Adam's pictures. The article reads that Olivia got the role of the female warrior due to her fiancé's connections, and Mia tells her that she's called by the crew to make an announcement. Olivia gets really hurt at this and questions Adam if he finds her so worthless that he had to put a word forth for her. Adam tries to explain, but she leaves disappointed. Mia tries to console her to let the bygones be bygones and that they need to think of the solution to this problem because that photo has gone viral. She advises her to decline the role, but Olivia says that she has worked hard for that role and won't let people's opinions dictate her decisions. This makes Mia happy, and she praises her for thinking like that. She tells that the results of the movie will also make everything clear, and tries to appease her that Adam only wanted to help her. However, Olivia is quite angry at the moment, and doesn't want to talk about him. Adam also looks extremely disturbed at work for the next few days, and the couple keeps missing each other. Dr. Liam comes to him and suggests that he changes his approach towards her. He tells him to go and apologize to Olivia, but Dr. Adam says he can't forgive himself, because even though he didn't request Ethan on her behalf, he had actually invited him for that same purpose. Next day, Violet meets her manager, who talks to her about work, but she requests him that she wishes to get the projects based on her capabilities instead of some lousy tricks. Hearing this, the manager taunts her that if she were this capable, the role of female warrior wouldn't have gone to Olivia. Violet realizes that the rumors about Ethan and Adam are his doing. When she turns back to leave, she finds Elijah standing there who has heard their conversation. They go out to talk about things, and Violet apologizes for her wrongdoings in the past. Elijah also admits his flaws, and they get back to being good friends. Olivia has moved to the advanced training and tells Mia that people at set consider her to be the producer's relative and address her as Miss Winchester. Mia urges her to ignore them. They discuss Adam, who keeps asking about her well-being from Mia. Mia tells her that even though he met Ethan, he didn't make any requests for her. But Olivia says that he broke her trust the moment he doubted her abilities and went to meet Ethan. She wanted to show him her best and was doing this all to make him proud, but in the end he wasn't confident in her abilities. On the other hand, Adam practically lives at the hospital day in and day out. Elijah finally gets Lily's location and goes to meet her. He confirms with her that she's his gaming friend, Wu Shi. During a surgery, Adam gets dizzy and lightheaded. Dr. Liam tells him that he needs to rest, and the director has canceled all of his surgeries for the next whole week. He then suggests him to go and explain things to Olivia, but Adam says he can't explain anything since it's fault. At that, Dr. Liam says that he should go and apologize to her, or does he expect her to come to him? Hearing this, Adam goes to her home, but Mia tells him that she has already left. She says that the warrior woman's shooting has been postponed, and Ethan is also dismissed due to his involvement in this case, so Olivia left home in anger. They both set out to look for her everywhere, but he doesn't see her. He gets a call from her mother, who tells him that Olivia has gone home in an upset mood. He instantly leaves for their home, but Olivia overhears her parents talking about him and refuses to meet him. When Adam finally reaches her home, he tells her that her mother told him that she's here. But Olivia gets even angrier and says he wouldn't have come to find had her mother not called him, and angrily closes the door on his face. Olivia's parents convince her with great difficulty to at least listen to what he has to say, but when they open the door, Adam is nowhere to be seen. Seeing this, Olivia's mother also gets a bit disappointed, thinking he's not very sincere. However, they soon go to their daughter to convince her that she should have let him explain his side at least. Her mother tells her that Adam N is an introvert and came to meet her in such a cold weather, so she should at least make a call to check on him. For a moment, Olivia also feels bad about it, but then she gets angry at him for leaving so easily and sends her parents out of her room as well. Night arrives, and Olivia feels conflicted between texting Adam or not. However, when she goes to her room window, she discovers that Adam has been standing in her garden all along in the cold weather. Soon it starts to snow, and Olivia gets worried about him, so she rushes out to go to him and hugs him. They share a kiss, and Adam once again proposes her with a ring. Olivia finally says yes and brings him home to her parents, who are finally relieved to see them happy together. When it's time to sleep, Olivia's mother tells Adam to sleep in her room, making her shy at the prospect of sharing a room with him, but her bubble soon gets burst when her mother tells her that she'll sleep with her. Before leaving, Olivia and Adam decide to learn a lesson from this incident and to communicate properly. Olivia then leaves with her mother after kissing him goodnight. Next day, Olivia comes to her room to find Adam sleeping while holding her picture. She shows him around her hometown before going back to the city. When Mia hears about the details of their trip, she excitedly asks her about their plans of marriage, to which Olivia expresses that it's not yet confirmed. Seeing this, Mia expresses her dissatisfaction with Dr. Liam, who doesn't seem to have marriage in her plans at all. Then we see Dr. Liam, who shows Adam the ring that he has bought for Mia, but is scared to propose her because he thinks she may not be ready for this due to her experience with previous engagement. Dr. Adam and Olivia decide to help them bring together and plan a vacation at a resort. However, Dr. Liam keeps getting distracted and fails to propose her once again. Mia overhears him talking to Adam and Olivia that he's scared that she may reject his proposal. In the evening, he asks Mia out in a romantic atmosphere, but seeing him still hesitate, Mia herself suggests getting married, giving him a pleasant surprise. They get married at the same day. Back at the hospital, Adam gets the news of his grandma being sick and requests for a leave to go home. When he and Olivia get home, they realize that grandma is not that sick, much to their relief. Olivia shows her the proposal ring and tells grandma the stories of his proposal. At the dinner table, Olivia feels nauseous while Adam is away. Grandmother asks her about her periods and suggests that she may be pregnant. Olivia gets happy to hear that, but asks her to keep it a secret from Adam. She reads pregnancy symptoms on the internet and thinks that she's really pregnant. When Adam comes to her room to bring her some soup, she also tells him about her pregnancy, making him extremely happy. On their way back to the city, Adam asks her to move in with her so that he can take better care of her, and she agrees. Next day, Mia brings Olivia a lot of project proposals, but Olivia says she won't be able to continue acting since she's pregnant. Hearing this, Mia tells her to first have a checkup, so Olivia books an appointment with Adam's help. However, test results reveal that she's not pregnant, making her really sad. Doctor tells her that she felt nauseous because she had been cutting on diet for a long time, and a hearty meal must have caused some reflux and tiredness, raising a false alarm. Dr. Adam also assures her that he'll wait for her until she is ready to get married. Violet goes to visit Elijah and tells him that she's going abroad to further her studies, since it'll take her a long time to be a good artist, and wishes him luck in love. Dr. Liam discusses with Mia that Dr. Adam must be disappointed because he wanted to get married right away, and true to his words, Adam looks a bit sad. Next day, Lily goes to a shopping mall to meet Elijah. When she goes to buy a balloon for herself, she sees that Elijah has already bought all of the balloons for her. A lot of people start recording them with their cameras after recognizing him, who makes a cute love confession to Lily in front of everyone. Mia and Olivia decide to go to the hospital to pick their partners. But upon reaching there, they find them extremely sad. It is revealed that Auntie Feng has died. She was the hospital director's lover, but they couldn't get married because the director was always too busy, and she kept telling him that they can wait. When Olivia sees Adam, he tells her that Auntie Feng gifted her a wedding veil and asked them to not repeat the mistake that they had made. Olivia also agrees to get married, and they leave to get married right away. We see Mia and Dr. Liam enjoying themselves at a carnival after their friends get married. The series ends with Adam and Olivia, who have gotten their wedding certificate and are living happily together.